Hello, I have another art video for you. This one is really fun. It's a drawing game, and you don't need hardly anything to do it at all. You just need a pencil, one or two pieces of paper, and maybe an eraser later on. So for this game, you need somebody else in your house to find an object. It could be something from nature, or it could be any kind of object at all, but something that has a particular feel, something that's good to feel. It might have different textures or different ins and outs to it, but something that's good to feel. And without you knowing it, they need to put it inside of a bag that you can't see into, because you're not going to look at it at all. You're just going to feel it and try to draw it without looking at it. So today, my son, John, put something inside this bag and I have no idea what it is. And right now, I'm not gonna look. Let's stick my hand inside the bag. I'm gonna try to draw it just by feeling it. Okay, so the first thing I know about it is that it's a cube. I know from feeling it that it's a cube. I think I know what this object is. But since I know it's a cube, I'll just draw a cube. Okay, there's the cube. And the cube has rounded edges. I can feel that. So I'm going to round it off more, which I almost did already, I guess. I'm going to round the edges, because the edges are rounded. Okay, now there's something different on each side of the cube. I'm trying to figure out what this side is. I don't know. It almost feels like another cube on the side of it, but it's sticking up a little bit. It's just sticking up a little bit, like, okay, on the top there's something making a nice little texture. I don't know what it is. It seems like there's 3, but wait a minute. There's none going back. It seems like there's 3, but maybe there's something else there like that. And on this side, there's a circle. Some kind of a circle. There's other things on the back, but I don't know if I will be able to see those or not in the picture, but on the back, if you could see the back. How do I do this? If I could see the back. There's like that. Okay, and this side's smooth. What about the bottom? That's kind of smooth too. Okay, I'm going to take it out now. Oh, this is different than what I thought, but I was kind of close, wasn't I? So this is feeling, but not looking. Interesting. Oh, it's almost like a die. And there's little things on each side. Okay, now I'm going to do it looking at it and see if I can draw better looking at it. Well, for one thing, I was right about it being rounded, but I don't think I drew the cube quite right. Okay, let's try this. Actually, this is where the eraser comes in handy, right? Okay, so it was rounded on the edges like I said. Actually, this would be good for shading a bit because when I look at it, it's kind of chunky on the edges, and so it kind of has some shading. It's not perfectly squared off. When I shade, I use the side of my pencil. That works better. Okay, so looking at it, I was kind of right about 3 things on the top, but the things were different than I thought. These are like little, they look like little wheels you could turn, but they're not moving. So instead of sticking up, they aren't so high. They're more like toaster slots here. Which if I give myself this, you can see that they all go in a row. And this. But they stick up a little bit, but they're round in there. And they have some little feel to them. So they're like kind of like arches with that. So they're more like that. And then what's this little button here? I don't know, it's shiny and it was centered more than I thought it was. More like that. And then over here, on this side, I felt something sticking up, but I had no idea that it did that. It's like a light switch. And it's a much different shape than I thought here. So it's got this part that sticks up and moves, which I didn't even get at all. I must not be so good at feeling things, because I didn't notice that that would move around. Let's do this. And this side is shaded. So there's that. And on this side, yeah, I had something round, but it's actually more off than I thought it would be. And it's attached into the center with a little knob here like that. I couldn't get my finger in and feel that at all. Now, you cannot see through this, so you cannot see through to the other side. But let's see what's on the other side. Well, I had 6. There were actually only 5. 5 little raised dots. On the bottom, there was something to feel. I couldn't feel the difference here much at all. There's a circle and 1 raised dot. There is an indentation on the other side. So if I wanted to really draw this, I could look at the different sides, draw it from a different angle maybe, and show what I didn't get on the other sides. Over here, if I'm going to do that, I could do this. I can show what I didn't see on the other one by drawing it this way on the other sides of it. And you know, I can draw some of these things so you can see what actually it looks like. More like this, and here there's an indentation. And this, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. It doesn't really do anything, and it's up only slightly. It does have something written on it. Jitterbit. Don't know what that means. It's got some pictures on it too. Some kind of things like this and this. Okay, so looking at it, I'm noticing a lot more things from a lot more views. And I could do a better job of that. So this is looking. I want to show you some other samples. So my son picked another object for me earlier today. I tried another one of these. So feeling, not looking. Looking. I'm better at looking. This one was really interesting. This was my feeling, not looking picture. I could tell that it was plastic. I could tell that it had some raised half circles and that the whole thing was a circle. I'll show you what it was. I don't remember seeing this at all, ever. I had no idea ever seen this in my house before. And what I assumed when I was feeling it was that the bottom was the same as the top. So I only drew half of it here. From the top down, I kind of assumed that the bottom was the same because I didn't feel the whole thing. I didn't know that my finger could fit, and there was a hole in there. But when I looked at it, it was much different than I imagined, much more complex. So there we go. I want to show you what my son did. I picked a more natural object for him. I actually picked two objects, and they were these seeds. I think they're fun to feel. They're pointy and pokey. They have this very skinny part. And he was putting his hand in the bag and saying, "Are these pine cones? What are these?" And they're not from any tree in our yard. I found them on a walk, and I thought they would be good. So he did this. He did his whole thing on one page. So here are his feeling without looking. Pretty good, actually. He felt a lot of the pokey things, but much better when he was looking because he noticed the roundness more of this shape, and actually almost perfect in terms of the way this comes up. He noticed that here too, that one of them swung over more and is thick around the bottom. So without looking, pretty good, looking better. So try this out. It's a very good game for thinking about texture and also our assumptions about things and what we think they're like, and then looking more carefully what they're really like. Try this game out. And I really like that a couple of people sent me, in an email, they sent me pictures of their drawings. And if you want to send me a picture of your drawing, I will be happy to comment and write back. I love to see your work, and I hope you enjoy this game. Try this out with your family members. It's really fun to do. Okay, bye.